Hello everyone, welcome to your monthly tarot reading for August 2023. So these are messages from Spirit for the month of August. Take these energies, my friends, where they apply, where they fit in your life, and view these readings as a heads up, a guidance into the energies that you might be facing this month, and maybe how to handle those challenges or how to be more aware of the opportunities that might be coming your way. Let's get started. Hello Scorpio. So for the month of August, you've got the overall energy is compassion and unexpected. Now this compassion card has come out a lot in these readings. So I think August might be an actually a really interesting month on the way we exchange energy, as in how we are compassionate to ourselves and how we are compassionate to others. That brings a lovely energy into the mix. And you've got unexpected. Additional messages with the oracle cards, you've got accept loving support and act with courage. And the 4-week breakdown, or how the energies are likely to play out, you've got the 10 of Wands, the 6 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, and the 9 of Pentacles. So I'm going to start with the overall energies. There's a real, I just feel like accept loving support, kind of like expect the unexpected. I feel there's an element here, like with this compassion card, of being compassionate to your needs and being compassionate to the needs of others. I feel that maybe, Scorpio, this month, your needs may not be in alignment with what others need. Now, I don't feel that this is going to be a deal breaker of any sort. I don't feel that this is going to be one of those times where I'm just getting the word, it's a deal breaker. So I'm not sure if some of you are actually might be going off and doing more things on your own, and maybe maybe partners or family or friends or things like that might be doing more things on their own. I'm kind of getting this sense that you probably need more alone time. But that's not a bad thing, because I feel that the people in your life also need their alone time. So it's almost like you're being compassionate to your needs, they're being compassionate to their needs, and your needs and their needs don't match. But even instead of it breaking you apart, it just makes you seek alone time in your own space. And I really feel that that has a really unexpected outcome, an outcome that you really don't expect. I'm really feeling with this compassion card, I'm feeling that there's no guilt, there's no reading into the need for each of you to have your own space, for each of you to kind of walk a little of your own path. It's quite interesting energy that I'm sensing. It's very live and let live, But at the same time, I feel there's a real interest in each other's, whatever you're doing, in each other's paths or whatever. So this can be romantic love, this can be any kind of relationship that we have. But I feel there's this aspect of allowing each of you to walk your own path, yet at the same time being interested in the other's path. It kind of, in the doing your own thing, it kind of like brings you more together. It's quite interesting, actually. Well, I'm sure that we'll get more messages as we go deeper into the cards. So your other overall energy, Scorpio, is unexpected. And I think the outcome of walking your own path has a real unexpected element to it. So I kind of get the feeling, Scorpio, that you're headed in a certain direction. You're headed towards a goal, a calling, something like a need that needs to be fulfilled almost. Very positive energies. And I feel like there's no rush, there's no panic to get to where you want to go. There's just this sense of following the path, just this sense of going discovering. It's almost like this is kind of where I see myself headed, and I'm just going to allow myself to be guided as I head there. So there's no, I feel the longing, the need, the grasping. I just don't think that that's something that is big on your radar this month. I think it's more of a seeking, more kind of like, I think you maybe you don't actually have a goal in mind. Maybe you've only got a feeling, because I keep getting these feelings and I'm then struggling to try to find them, to find words for them. And I feel that you're kind of happy just to wander. It's like, you know, if you go shopping and there's nothing you really need, but there's this joy in wandering through, the shop. You don't need anything, so you don't have your focus on anything in particular. A bit like, also I'll give you another analogy, it's a little bit when you go traveling and, you know, imagine you go to a beautiful old city somewhere and there's no goal, you're not trying to get anywhere, you're just happy to meander through the streets and see what you see. I'm kind of getting that, because I'm kind of, you know, when you're just meandering through the streets, you're enjoying the moment. You're not trying to get anywhere, but you know that in doing so you will get somewhere. But the where is not important. It's the looking around and the discovering that is. And I'm kind of getting this from this card in your reading. That's a really interesting message. And I'm kind of feeling that this walking your own path, I mean, some of you might have a goal in mind, but I feel the journey to you is more intriguing than the actual outcome. I feel you're just, I feel that you feel good, and I feel that you just kind of think, oh, I'm just going to see where this takes me. I don't think you're trying to get away from anything, and I don't think you're trying to run towards anything. And that is beautiful energy, Scorpio, because that's when things just fall into place. because we're so aligned. When the journey has more meaning than a particular outcome, we don't rush the journey, and therefore we don't miss things. We don't rush past opportunities or possibilities, synchronicities, things like that. And I feel with this unexpected, I feel that you're so happy with the journey and not looking for the outcome, and then suddenly it's there, and you're just going to be like, oh my gosh, what? It's suddenly, I just feel this is like, if you weren't there, you would say it was too good to be true. And you know what? Spirit just said to me, like, I just got like bingo. If you had tried to focus on this outcome, you wouldn't have taken the journey, because you would have said it's too good to be true. I can't do that. But because you focused on the journey, and the journey can be just doing what you love to do, just doing, not rushing to get anywhere, you're just doing what you love, and then suddenly it's brought you here. And if you had known, well, if you had focused on the here, you wouldn't never have started this journey. Oh wow, Scorpio. I'm just getting a sense of real magical, and I'm just getting a sense that you are going to be blown away. So I don't know, Scorpio, I don't know what this is for you, but I like this. I just noticed like the purples, and it just made me read. So I'm going to actually start with this card. Normally I always start with the first one, but I'm going to start here. It says, act with courage, let your legs guide you. Now, when I first saw this card, I thought, oh, that's interesting. Let your legs guide you. I thought, oh, that's an interesting way of writing it. But now I know exactly what it means with this card. It means just go on the journey. Don't let your mind, don't long for things, don't want things. Just say, I want to write. I just want to write. I don't know what for. I don't know if I'll write a book. I don't know if I'll write a screenplay. I don't know if I'll write a blog. I don't know. I'm just going to write. And that's your focus. Just your longing to write. And then suddenly, bam, this synchronicity happens, and you meet a publisher, or somebody says, oh my gosh, have you ever thought of doing this? You could post, and suddenly you do, and it's that moment. This is what this is. It's not saying, I'm going to write a book and then sitting every day towards that goal. It's not that at all. It's your need to write, and then suddenly something comes of it. And it can be anything at all. Anything at all. That's just the first thing that came to my mind. Act with courage. And when I said that, Spirit said the word courage could be conviction. Act with conviction. When we act with courage, we act with a knowing that what will be will be. And there's a kind of knowing that we don't know the outcome, because we don't know the outcome. And there's a knowing in that. So you're just acting with conviction. You're acting with the courage to know that this is really an act that you want to do. This is really something you want to do. So it's basically just doing it. It's allowing that need to write, or allowing that need to sing, or allowing that need to study, or whatever it is. Just do it. Don't worry about what comes after that, or what this could lead into. That's in the unexpected. And then you've got accept loving support. Let yourself be held. And you know, I feel this card is kind of linked to the compassion. And I feel that's compassion in what you're trying to do. Like, as in not what you're trying to do, it's like the writing. You know, compassion in yourself to make sure that you make space in your day to do what you truly love, to write. Make sure you've got a moment every day or every other day, as much time as you can give yourself to do what you love. And accept, see, because we had the message at the beginning of the reading about, you know, you may find that you're going one way and somebody else is going another. You're not separating. I don't get a feeling that you're separating. But it's almost like you're both fulfilling a need. You're both fulfilling a hobby or something that you really want to achieve, something that you really want to do. And I feel this is probably where I was getting in the beginning message, that I said, but it doesn't split you apart. It kind of brings you closer. It's because you're both interested in each other's things, but you just both need time, additional time on your own to be able to fulfill those. And I feel there's a level of support in that for each other. It's almost like, look, can I read you the pages that I wrote? I just got so lost in it. And then, you know, whoever you're speaking to, a family member, a friend, a colleague, whatever, you might just go, oh, well, you know, this is what I did towards my goal. And the fact that you're both allowing time in your day or week or weekend to do something that you truly love fuels each of you, because you're each doing something that you love, and therefore you feel more fulfilled. And when you feel more fulfilled, you feel more love, you feel more acceptance, and you feel supported. And I feel this is how you feel in your environment with the people that you are with, Scorpio. It says accept loving support, and I think that you just feel accepted, you feel loving, and you feel supported. That's how I'm seeing this card in your reading. And it says let yourself be held, and I'm seeing that as in like being held up with what you love. You know, if your love of writing is there, the more often you write, the more you feel held, the more you feel you're nurturing a dream in you, or an ability in you, a gift in you, or just simply something that you love doing. The fact that you're able to do a little bit every day, or a bit every week, or you consecrate an hour or two, or maybe a day of your weekend doing it, makes you feel special. It makes you feel like you're giving something to yourself. And that's really beautiful energy, because that's when we feel that we are supporting our dreams. That's when we feel supported. That's when we feel that we don't always come last, that our needs are not always the last ones to be met. And it fuels creativity, it fuels openness, it fuels joy. And when we feel like that, we can't help but feel connected. Oh, I'm so sorry, my friends. It's an ongoing process, but the unit next door is doing renovations, and this is what we get sometimes. I hope it's not too noisy. I will stop the reading if it is, but I will try to persevere if it's not too loud for you. And there's this sense that this is going to mean so much to you. And you know, Spirit's just drawn my attention to the 4. The 4 is about your stability and your foundations. And this is Spirit telling me, Scorpio, you are building really good foundations, strong foundations, foundations that you can grow from. And that's really important in our life. That's what moves us forward. And then in the first week of August, you've got the 10 of Wands. And I feel, yes, by wanting, I'm going to keep with the analogy of writing, but it's whatever it means for you, whatever it is for you, Scorpio. But yes, wanting to write a little bit every day or every week or every weekend has added to your, I use the word workload very loosely, but it has added to, has added things to your plate. Thank you, Spirit. That's a great way of saying it. But because it fuels you, it's a creative outlet, something that you love to do. And it doesn't even matter what it is. It could be making a spreadsheet and crunching numbers. If that's your thing, it's creative for you. So even though it's putting an additional thing on your plate, you're not going to feel it as a burden. In actual fact, it makes your everyday walk through your life lighter. Now, Spirit's saying I'll need to explain that. So what the message that is coming through is that when we allow ourselves to do the things that we love, it increases our energy levels. It fuels us. It doesn't take from us. I mean, it might take time away from your day, but it's time that you're willingly giving up. You don't see it as a loss of time or a waste of time. And then, because you're doing something that you love, that fuels you for the things you have to do in your life. So going to work and doing those mundane everyday things like cooking dinner and our washing and our cleaning and things like that. This fuels you. This creative outlet fuels that and enables you to then do all the other things that might have a bit of a have to do. You know, we all need to gain a living and things like that, earn a living and stuff like that. But I'm seeing this 10 of Wands as like the lightening of your work. It's not really the lightening of your workload, but it's the thing that makes your everyday life lighter and more fun. Because it's something that you're doing for you, purely for you. Because remember, you're not looking at expectation or outcome. So you're not looking at making money out of this. You're not looking at this thing is going to be paying your bills, or this thing has to work out at this level or that level. If not, I'm in trouble. No. You're just looking at doing the thing. And then, Scorpio, it moves you forward in such an interesting way, because yes, you've put more on your plate, you're doing more, but it moves you to this calm water. It moves you to less turmoil, maybe less shoulding yourself. All the times we say, I should be doing this and I should be doing that. And I feel it's because you feel that you're doing this for you. Whenever we do something for ourselves and we don't feel that we need to explain it or defend it or kind of go, well, look, I just need an hour, but then afterwards, you know, we'll go, no, it's like, this is what I'm doing. I'm doing this for me. Oh my gosh, I've got me time to do just what makes my heart sing. There is a sense of you're offering yourself something, Scorpio. You're offering yourself a gift of, this is what I need. This is what I love to do. This is what I want to do. And therefore, the impact that has on your life, I think, is also something that is unexpected. And for some of you, that might just be it. This might not reach a goal. It might just be the joy and the change in you and just the way you see life. You might just suddenly be enjoying life, enjoying yourself. You might be the happiest you've ever been in a long, long time. And that's really beautiful. That's really, I mean, that is worth so much, isn't it? So there's this sense that you're moving towards more and more fulfillment, more and more this calm. And I'm seeing the calm as like a calm, happy place. You know, when you really want to write, when you sit at your desk and start writing, you go into your happy place. And I feel that energy then ripples out into your whole life. And suddenly your whole life becomes happier. The people around you seem happier, even though you're taking more time on your own. There seems to be just this acceptance, and I'm wondering if they're kind of looking at you going, oh, I'm so glad that, you know, they're making themselves happy. I'm so glad that she's doing something she loves. I'm so glad he's doing something that is really meaningful to him. So the people around you are also rejoicing for you. And I feel that for some of you, you've got people in your life that are doing the same. And there's so much joy in that. And you've got this knight, the 9 of Swords, very quickly followed by the 9 of Pentacles. And I feel, Scorpio, because life is all about contrast, and nothing will ever go 100% perfect. You know, we'll always have little challenges and little things along the way. And I think, and that's only to help us appreciate what we've got even more. If our life was just smooth sailing all the time, we wouldn't appreciate it, because we've got nothing to compare it to. So we wouldn't know that that was amazing. If we didn't know what, if we didn't have any sadness in our life, we wouldn't appreciate joy, because we'd have nothing to compare it to. So we'd just think it was the mundane. And I feel your contrast for you, Scorpio, in the month of August is going to be maybe sometimes just that bit of doubt in what you're doing, that bit of doubt in, am I being selfish? The bit of doubt in, you know, maybe I should be spending more time with my family or my loved ones. Or maybe you're thinking, oh, you know, instead of doing this hobby, maybe I should use that time and get more hours at work and make a bit more money. It's that kind of, do you know, we mentioned it earlier, the shoulding. Oh, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. Maybe a little bit through the month, maybe the 3rd week of August, something might happen and make you think, oh gosh, should I really, maybe I should just do less, or maybe I should stop just for a while, just until things settle down, or maybe and it's going to do your head in a little bit. Like, I feel like it's going to make you kind of go, oh, I think it's going to take the joy a little bit away. Now, for some of you, this can be week 3, but this can just be how the energies play out. So you might find that, you know, you'll be moving, you know, you'll be getting so much joy out of whatever you're doing, Scorpio, and then all of a sudden you'll feel, oh, this tinge of guilt. Or you'll start going, oh, you know, I haven't been cleaning my house as much as I normally do. Oh, I really should be doing that instead, you know. And I feel there's going to be a little bit of joy that's going to be sort of taken away from you when you go to do your creative outlet, your writing or your craft or whatever it is, your dance or whatever it is for you, Scorpio. But it's not going to last long, because then you've got the Nine of Pentacles. And actually, do you know what? With both these being 9s, I kind of feel that whenever this energy arises, I think very quickly you'll be able to set yourself clear. You'll be able to say, no, do you know what? This fulfills me. This is important. This is not wasted time. This is not self-indulgent and selfish. The more fulfilled I am, the more energy I bring to the mix of being, or how am I trying to say this, Spirit? Thank you. The more fulfilled we are, the more our cup runs over, spills onto other and fulfills their cup, you know, fills their cup and then offers them fulfillment. If we are all running on empty cups, it's not a very pretty world. It's not a very energetically buoyant world. It's flat and it's heavy. And how can you give to another when your cup's not full enough to even feed yourself, kind of thing? So it's this cup runneth over when we feel fulfilled, that then we're able to have that joy, that love, that connection, or whatever it is that we're overflowing with, flow on to others. And that's really important. And I think you're going to see that, because the Nine of Pentacles is it's a successful card. It's an abundant card. It's saying that, look, you know, you're really getting somewhere, Scorpio. But it's also a card, and this is why I think it's here in your reading, is the Nine of Swords is a little bit, I'm seeing it here as a little bit of the martyr card, you know. Oh, I should be doing this for them, and I'm not spending as much time with them, and sort of putting what you think other people need above your own. Whereas the Nine of Pentacles is seen as the, what's the word I'm looking, the independent card. It's in the ability to independently create your life, or the ability, oh, thank you, Spirit. So it's, you know that it is in your ability to make you happy. So you are making your happiness your work. Oh, wow, Spirit. So your happiness is your responsibility, Scorpio, and you are noticing that. So you're not looking to other people to make you happy. You're making yourself happy. Oh, wow, the messages keep deepening for you, Scorpio. And I think that's maybe where this compassion, and maybe where this real, because the connections I feel are really good, even though you're kind of taking time away. But I think it's because you're realizing that if you don't make you happy, nobody can make you happy, because you're not happy to begin with. And same with others. If they don't make themselves happy, you could bend over backwards and you wouldn't make them happy. So it's almost like this understanding that make yourself happy first, and then happiness will just flow. This is an interesting month for you, Scorpio. Very interesting message. I feel like there's so much wisdom in this reading. There's so much inner knowing and inner understanding, like a real, like a lot of wisdom here. I'm going to leave you with those messages, Scorpio. Love, light and blessings, my friends. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.